Greetings, Rigil Agateiades here. In the world of 650 or above, defense is no longer about withstanding damage. It's instead decided by how good you are at staggering people, and not getting staggered in return. Since if you get caught out, you're most likely going to lose half your health in one go. At least in the case of a normal suit, that is. And using a normal suit is not my thing. The suit we're using today is one of the toughest suits in the game. In fact, it might even be the second toughest very soon, losing only to its level 2 self. This is the 650 cost general type, the Gustav Karl. Enemy mass production double Zeta with a very clear intention of using the charged beam, stand right in the middle and active guard. That's what I call defense. Active guard is a special skill that puts the suit in a defensive stance, consuming thrusters to reduce incoming damage by a whopping 80%. Basically active invincibility, you can use it to block attacks anytime you want if you have thrusters left. But unlike evasions, it cannot be used after getting staggered once, so it's not an escape button. Of course he'll come after us, damage control level 2 into active guard. Damage control prevented us from getting staggered by the spread beam, and active guard takes the 2 melee attacks like nobody's business. Bazooka caught him with the blast radius and not enough for us to finish him off, but this will do the trick. Active guard into weak counter. Joust with the double Zeta perfectly demonstrated the characteristics of this suit. With good use of active guard, it can stop any incoming attack, but in exchange, this suit does very little damage. So to make the most use of this suit's strength, you want to take enemy attacks for your teammates, and then let them do the damage for you. This playstyle is also complemented by the stats of the Gustav Karl. Almost 50 beam and melee defense, and close to 30,000 health means we can take a scary amount of punishment. We also have special buffers for legs and the shield on the left shoulder, further reducing the damage we take by up to 30%. Even without active guard, we can take a lot more shots than any other suits. Should have used active guard here, remember it can be used at the end of thrusters like a melee attack. Gets shot a couple more times but still not going down, this suit is simply too tough for general types to kill. There is still a limit though. No matter how tanky you are, you're not going very far against the entire enemy team at once. The Gustav Karl is extremely tanky, but you need to be able to do something in the fight, otherwise you're just a big punching bag. Thankfully, while they don't do much damage, the weapons this suit shares with the 500 cost Yagen Type D is very versatile. Very simple beam rifle, staggers instantly uncharged, and a standard bazooka for another instant stagger. You also have a club in case you need a third one, and grenade launchers that fire 2 shots at once for exactly 100% stagger in total. A very practical arsenal for close range fights this suit is designed for. While I'm playing on the PC version, if you're playing on console, the Gustav Karl also just got a series of huge buffs. Base health and turn rate got increased, both ranged and melee damage got increased by a full quarter. It also gained blast reactive armor, interrupt tackle, and instant thruster precision system, making it even better a tank at close range. Enemy wave incoming, and we're right at the front, which is a good thing. While we're taking all the fire at the front, our team can simply lob waves of fire at the enemy without any opposition. Attacked by 3 at the same time and managing to block none of it with active guard, and we still have more than 16,000 health remaining. Any other general type would have been crippled or back to base already. Put down the overheated Anksha and then active guard! That's the Messa's machine gun, usually a high DPS weapon, but not today. Active guard blocks almost all the damage, and our teammate gets him while he's too focused on us. While we don't do much ranged damage, we can still do something with melees. Not a lot, but just enough to be a threat. Gets another hit on the Messa, and then active guard into a weak counter. You guys have much to learn. One more melee attack and we finish up the Messa. And of course, we all make the same mistake, another active guard, this time going into a beam rifle shot, enough to finish up the white Zeta as well. While this time the enemy didn't have a support type, you don't have to worry about surviving their fire on the Gustav Karl. It simply is that tanky. Here's a clip. walk down the path into the hardest part of the ravine map, and before we see anything, we get welcomed by the infamous Fast Death Laser. Usually a death sentence for any general type, but against the Gustav Karl, is only half our health, so don't worry about your defense. What you do have to worry about is thrusters. You don't want to use too much thrusters to get into a fight, as you need it for the active guard. On the flip side, if you're going against a Gustav Karl, just reposition and force him to spend thrusters. Active guard! Blocked 2 waves of fire but still released it a bit too early. We all have much to learn. Try to follow up on the Mesa, gets a stagger in, drop down with the bazooka and manages to hit, but we could still use some more ballistic defense ourselves. That was the Gustav Karl, and a heck of a tank it is. With good use of active guard, it can take almost infinite punishment for its team, while being an actual threat with all the staggers it has. Does have a weak point in being slow and needs thrusters to be effective though. Good suit to practice with if you don't like dying, or having an excuse not to do much damage. That's it from me today. Latest.